Hey, Chada, we are back with another video. I'm sure you still remember about the order that was leaked in Parliament by Patricia Mashada, where Andrew Chauga exposed the NPA Guti. They did not agree with the strategy. Sigabalo Isoguti. They were intruders in the house. I've Chauga was of the view that the people that were in the house lied about the entire story and that they should be arrested. But I'm going to replay that audio so you can hear what in Chauga. But before I play that audio, I'm going to play Siyabonga Mia. La Siyabonga Mia echaza ukuthi how did he meet Chauga and the other NPA people that were involved in the Mewa case.
Omunye wamaphoyisa ayikhandlayo nayithandayo eSouth Africa asebenza kanzima ukugcina umthetho la eSouth Africa uMama Buthelezi ube involved le case from the beginning. I think it was 2015. Wenza ama recommendation yokuthi yonke lento enishoyo ayikho, asibophena abantu abala endlini base beyamxosha. No, bamxosha within the case.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So ngithema ngifunda ngestory sakhe in one of the newspapers. Ngiyakhumbula it was 2015. Kwaku nga qoqa isikhwama sami ngahamba ngaye eGold. Nga resign etohweni ngangilibamba nga trace uMama Buthelezi. Tracer our first meeting ngiyakhumbula ese Grayston. Wayesaba ke kuyisebusuku ehamba nomunye mfana wami ngoba le case be close to my heart. Akumele ngabe ngikhuluma nawe but ngizokusiza ngoba usuhambile wasuka wazofika like eGoli. Ngizokusiza la ngizokusiza khona but sengikhishiwe ecaleni ngenxa ukuthi ngenza ama recommendation ukuthi abantu ababe sendlini ibona khumbula lo mama uyi psychologist and unamacala amaningi unama serial killer wabambile ngangicheck iprofile yakhe. Wathi ngenza ama recommendation ukuthi abantu ababe sendlini ababoshwe, so kwase ngiyakhishwa ecaleni. So sibese siza naye noma Buthelezi ngisiza up until ngireceive a call again athi sengifoneliwe la kwathiwa ngibuyele ecaleni.
How?
That's a plus.
Still in 2015?
No, not in 2015. I think it was 2018. 2018.
This is now some 3 years later.
Yes, it's 3 years later. Athi sengifoneliwe kwathiwa ngibuyele ecaleni sekungcono ke. Sekuzokwenzeka. Kodwa manje inkinga esinayo idocket asinikezwa siyitholi the actual docket yecala.
Okay.
And we have decided ukuthi kumele sizame ngenye indlela because asikwazi uku-investigate icala elingena dokodo because idokodo asilitholi. Then base be initiate le docket mabenza le docket kwase kuba inkinga ke manje ukuthi ubani iadvocate ngoba engathi amaphoyisa mayisebenza kumele kube neadvocate ezofunda idocket bese isayinwe ngoba NPA angiyazi kahle imithetho yakho. Yes. So njengoba yenza njalo mina ngaleso sikhathi bese ngihlangene nobaba wakuthu Chauga. Ngicabanga ukuthi sanidlalela lo
director of public prosecution.
Director of public was Gauteng.
Yeah.
Director of public prosecution was Gauteng athi istory lesokuthi kwangena abantu angenanga umuntu endlini into ekumele yenziwe la they should arrest everyone kushi head yase Gauteng. So ngimbuza indaba pho ngenziwe ngayitholi answer. So now le docket le ibikhona umshushisi owayethi uya initiator eSouth Gauteng. Ngangiqala ukubona ukuthi iNPA isabe iSAPS ngalendlela le. Umshushisi esaba ukuthi bazombulala.
Yo, imake nakhona uke waxhumana no nehead ye NPA uShamile Batohi ngalolu daba lalo lidokotela lesibili. Yini iqukethwe exoxisaneni kwakho naye?
Ngangifuna ukumbuza ukuthi why engabanikezi oMama Buthelezi umshushisi okuyena kumele abheke le docket ayibheke ukuthi ifeasible ukuthi ingangena enkantolo.
Impendulo wayithola?
impendulo ngayithola ngathola ukuthi uShamila ngathi akazi lutho.
You weren't happy with impendulo ayikunika zona?
In fact ngamncenga waze wabuyela kumina yena uShamila ngoba esezwa le clip isi-circulator le yomunye wabasebenzi bakho ukuthi abantu ababesendlini kwayimayibuyela kumina.
So lo mshushisi lo owayesabula bazombulala obani la ayesabula bazombulala?
engathi lana umshushisi wayesabi SAPS. Esabi SAPS nje nomphathi wakhe engathi umphathi wakhe ngaleso sikhathi angazi noma usondelene o ushade nomphathi wabashushisi
Shamila.
Ushawuki. Yes, angathi bashadile umphathi ka advocate lo wase South la ikwenza yakhona icala.
Okay, let's take a short break here. Go to music. Sigwinya matha bese siyabuya. Ngiyazi nawo nembuzo ngasifonela ku-8615996. Danny Lee, Kagasi FM, Dead to Me. It's 8:23. We're discussing the case of Senzo Meyiwa. Currently underway is the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial where there's 5 people that stand accused. And now there's a new docket eveza abanye abayisikhombisa mangazenzi phutha. So sikhuluma njengamanje nesiyabonga Mia, who is Senzo Kazi, was very instrumental and hands-on odabeni lokushushiswa nokuphenywa nalaka sekunqamuka khona ukuphenya uyena futhi wabanesandla ukuthi uqhubeke nokuphenya lokho. So unathi namhlanje uzosichazela nje izimvo zakhe kanye nolwazi lwakhe and also the series of events and the sequence.
Yep, that's how Usiyabonga Mia met Advocate Chauke. Initially, he met Joseph Buthelezi. Joseph Buthelezi is the same person that opened docket 75 with Warren Officer Makubo. So those are the 2 good police officers in this case. So when Usiyabonga Mia was going to meet Chauke, he already had information about the case. So he just wanted to test what will Chauke say. So what Usiyabonga Mia did was to record him just to make sure that at a later stage Chauke does not change his story, because we know which these people that work for the NPA and the police cannot be trusted. So he met Chauke, and this is what happened in that meeting. Just listen.
Till ourselves we were not satisfied with the investigators.
Obana bangekho satisfied with the investigators. So as Mr. Chauke, we were not satisfied.
So we requested them they must be changed and get another team, and that's what they did.
You know why I'm asking, Mr. Chauke? I'm asking because the older team came at home and explained themselves. We understand which we are this team.
Yeah, who were those who came?
First it was Gininda and them, and then the Gininda with Buthelezi, I think we understand. So naturally we are now confused with who are the actual people who are the actual people in the case, you understand. But I'm glad what you are saying, which you are not happy with umsebenzi wobuthelezi no Gininda, that
the people to say this is the person who committed the offense.
Okay.
And in that case, the people in the house will discover that all they are liars.
Okay.
So we needed to do those investigations. The police still have to go back to the people and say, look, I'm a story now, and most of things.
Okay. So
which Buthelezi and Gininda did not do. You understand?
Okay.
Now you need to have experienced policemen who go there and they assess these people to say, no, look here, this thing. Remember they lied initially about Bakomba Umunumfana Wamakawashi Lapana.
Okay. Yes.
Which is which was the nonsense story and most of things.
So
they need to go back to them to say, look, we don't buy the story that there is somebody who came from around coming to commit robbery and whatever.
So according to you, Mr. Chauke, you are mhlampe ngingasho ukuthi ngamanye amazwi you are saying ukuthi there is no one who came in.
Our theory now, from where we're sitting,
Yes.
we suspect that the shooting happened amongst the people inside the house.
Okay.
Not that because umuntu from somewhere has committed a robbery and Hello? Hello? What is this? Hello? Sorry about it.
Yes, no problem.
What I'm saying,
Yes.
Mayor, is the following.
Yes.
From our assessment, when
Yes.
we read the statements and
Yes.
the whole thing,
Yes.
we don't think there is somebody who came from outside and got into a robber.
Okay, yes.
It's a nonsense story. There's nothing like that.
There's nothing like that.
Yeah. We suspect that the shooting happened amongst the people
Inside the house. Okay. So
this is what this crack team must go in.
they must put this theory into, yes, and then from there what will happen?
No, once they've identified who is what, they will have to arrest that person.
So now I'm a suspect and he has a detect.
I'm a suspect. That's why I'm getting from our theory
As ANPA.
Yeah, we think
Okay.
there is no suspect who came from anywhere.
Yes.
The shooting happened amongst
Yes.
the people inside the house.
Yes. So this new team of Carlos and Knight, do they have to prove that? And then from there,
They will be in a position, the prosecutors will be in a position to decide and say, look, the chap who must be charged, but this one is an accessory like this.
so Carlos no Knight basebenza na yipi prosecutor mawukuthi basebenza ne prosecutor.
I'm not so sure.
So Carlos no Knight basebenza na yipi prosecutor mawukuthi basebenza ne prosecutor.
I'm not so sure. That's why I get to go. These documents were taken about 2 months ago.
Okay.
The national office of Mzinyathi no Shamila, they are going to decide.
So Shamila kumele decide ukuthi
which office
prosecute.
Yeah.
And which office must. So Shamila ngayenza kanjani appointment na ngoba you know this thing ubaba useshonile ogogo nabo nami I don't know what is happening and mhlambe ngayenza kanjani appointment no Khetha Sithole or Shamila.
So what is happening?
Yes.
Mayor.
Yeah.
I just do not have the contact details of the police. I expect them that they will come to the family in terms of them being the new investigation team. So
okay.
If I had the numbers, that's why I'm with a check office file and see if you know our contact number so that we can give them to you and then you can phone.
Can I wait for her with time check number?
That file I sent to me, do you still have it here? The file.
JJ, office file.
Yeah.
JJ.
And it's not answered.
And all minutes message I have on miss call, I can't talk now. I think he's in a meeting.
Yeah, I think so. I think they said they were supposed to attend the meeting in Pretoria.
We take I can't talk.
But maybe what we should do is try and see if we are able to trace the file either in his office or from.
Or maybe I can come back tomorrow if you guys don't mind.
So that we can give him the telephone numbers of those
guys and the police.
Those who came here. So I think maybe their numbers should be in the office file.
Okay, you can right now sit in my office and we'll go and try to trace.
No, I don't mind. I can come back. Maybe I can stay a day
Okay.
or come back tomorrow. Mhlampe, I don't know if go to JJ low corner or because I just want to meet mhlampe usithole if possible. Because kumele ngimangibuyele ekhaya emndenini ngibuyele
No, it's fine. That's what I'm saying. Let me check if I can't trace it. Then we'll make another day. Maybe use as Aksasa. Or I'll go and check in his office if he didn't leave it there.
If you get the
Okay, now ngicela ukuthi sake sesixoxa nobaba while you are checking.
Hello? Hey. Abshir. If Klaisengel Michel. Hey. Yeah, Tagui. Hey.
Okay. I think we should have come to the end of the audio, isn't it? Who are the people in the audio?
Sifiso Miwa sent me the audio.
So in just 8 minutes, Advocate Chauke debunked all these lies that we have in court. Now, Advocate Baloyi and Brigadier Gininda. Chauke is of the view that the people that were in the house are the one that knows the real truth to Bani or to Senzo, and he believed that one of them actually shot Senzo Meyi. But now the strange thing is that the NPA has not issued any statement to dispute this version Chauke. It shows that at the time when this case was being investigated, there was a lot of disagreements within the police and the NPA. So it was not a good thing to charge these guys in the house because the case had not been thoroughly investigated to determine exactly who shot Senzo Meyi. The decision to charge Abo Ntanzi, Sibiya, Gadla, Ntuli and Mapisa was a rash decision and illogical one because, firstly, the evidence that is before court is not sufficient. The DNA that was obtained in the house clearly indicated that all 5 men before court were excluded from sample taken from the house, meaning that they were not in the house. So once the DNA tells you ukuthi labantu babengekho, clearly it means that people that were in the house lied about the intruders, that there was one and the second intruder that came in the house and demanded cell phone and money. So one thing that happened, they transferred the case to a division, le ise Pretoria, because Lapana Johannesburg, they refused to charge these men. So once they moved the case to Pretoria, we know that that is where you find the most corrupt NPA officials, which is why the case was taken there and eventually Abu Gadla were charged for the crime that they did not commit. The question that the NPA should have asked themselves, will they get a guilty verdict if they take this case to court? I do not think they care about that because they just wanted to track these men and then actually fool the public to think that the case has been solved. Remember that also AfriForum had also put pressure into the NPA to these people, or else will demand a knowledge certificate and then privately prosecute anyone that was linked to the Meyiwa case. So the decision by the NPA in Pretoria was misinformed and totally wrong because now we can see in court ukuthi hayi ngeke evidence ayihlangani lutho. As we speak, Ubaloyi is wondering ukuthi now what will I ask Ntanzi when we resume on the 13th of April 2026, because he does not have any information that put Ntanzi in the crime scene. Lutho nix. Ntanzi was put on the stand for about a month and still no evidence that links him to the crime scene. And to make it worse, Ntanzi asked Ubaloyi, okay, Advocate Baloyi, you saying I was involved in the killing of Meyiwa with these men before court. Show me any telephone communication between me and the other accused on the day that Senzo was unalived. And Advocate Baloyi could not point out any communication that linked Ntanzi to these guys. So clearly, this case was fabricated from the beginning just to protect the elite, just to protect the powerful, we know that based on statements kaMlunguhlophe ukuthi ubani owadubula uSenzo Miyongo ngephutha. uTumela Madlala alleged that uNongotshwala is the one that shot Senzo Miyongo ngephutha when he was trying to separate the fight between Uzandi and Long. That, he said, is to Mlunguhlophe when he phoned him after Senzo had been shot. So that was immediately before akhulume noSibiya nabanye that influenced him to tell lies once the case had been investigated by investigators. So you can see ukuthi lento le esenkantolo into engekho nje amanga wodwa lapho, because even Andrew Chauke, who was the NPA head in Gauteng, did not agree with what is contained in docket 636 because it did not make sense. Luto, nix, nothing. But we shall see. If I was the defense, I would try and get Advocate Chauke to come and testify before court so that he can explain ukuthi yini ayenza ukuthi acabanga ukuthi banamanga abantu abasendlini, and to tell us why did he disagree with the likes of Advocate Baloyi. That will put more sense in the defense case and also create more reasonable doubt ukuthi these men cannot be guilty, because if the NPA head in Gauteng disagrees with the other prosecutors about the matter, then surely there is something wrong about this case. I'm sure Advocate Chauke is busy because he's defending himself in the Kabinde inquiry, but I'm sure he'll get maybe one day to just clarify the issue, because the NPA, after that audio, they never issued a single statement, meaning that it is a truth. They do not disagree with what is contained in that audio that was brought by Patricia Marshall. It was happened in the NPA. They disagreed in the manner in which Baloyi was handling the case, and the evidence that was contained in the docket was not sufficient to charge Abontanzi, Sibiya, Gadla, and so on. So if I'm Nisi or whoever, I will try and get Advocate Chauke to come and clarify the issue, because the NPA did not issue a statement. If Chauke was lying, I'm sure by now the NPA would have quickly issued a statement saying that Advocate Chauke is confused. That did not happen in the case. There was no disagreement. We all agreed that these men before court are the one that needs to be charged. But that never happened. It shows Ugutu Chauke had a point, had a valid reasons for refusing to charge these men before court. So Advocate Nisi, or whoever, try get Chauke to come to court and put it on record. And then we'll hear Utuzotinu Rata, because we know his bias. But when this comes from a senior head of the NPA, then Rata cannot deny Ampikise, because Chauke is a senior. He knows the stuff. He has been in the position for over 10 years. So now he's not a lightweight. He's a heavyweight. So Mnisi, do something. Danko.